It's always nice, to, having those random people being pranked and stuff, but it's, like in the film as well, you had Bobby and Jack Parra as well. Was there any, extra preparations that you took to prank them? Because, you know how the social scene in this country is quite small. So I'm sure you've seen them around here and there, or, if they definitely know who you are. So was there any extra preparation into those scenes?
There was a hell of a lot of preparation going into the scene where we called Bobby van Jaarsveld, because to convince him that there's a Dutch producer that wants to make a Liefling movie in Holland is not so believable. But because his manager said, listen, this is serious. This guy is serious about the situation. So go and see him. It's not going to do you any harm. Just go and see him, and maybe you're going to become an international star in Holland as well. So that's why he came. But we also worked through, what's that guy's name?
Yeah, Paul Kruger.
Paul Kruger, Paul
Kruger was the producer of Liefling. So many times you use somebody who he believes or she believes. In other words, somebody want to catch their husband, the wife is in on the gag. He trusts her, then you're fine. With Bobby, Paul Kruger, who we did Predville and Liefling. He said, Andre, we can get Bobby here for you. We can get two of the girls that were Liefling. We can get him here. They will believe me. So you need that as also there. You could see from there, it was natural. We caught them out.
And André Scholtz was the one that actually gave credibility to the gag, because he was the real judge of the people that sang in Liefling. So that gave credibility to the gag to have André Scholtz next to me.
In fact, in that one with Bobby van Jaarsveld, we had a lot of people knew about it. So it was quite risky. We had to take a lot of people into our confidence. We've mentioned like 3 already, plus the agents. They all had to know what was going on. So we were lucky in a way that we were able to keep it secret from those people who auditioned. And we in fact auditioned a lot more people. Those were the only 3 that we used.
There's an immense amount of preparation that goes into each and every gag. That was fascinating for me to watch, and the process involved. And it's a lot about getting those ideas, and then they bounce it off each other. And Leon really is a student of this. He's thinking about it all the time, and he's thinking about multiple gags throughout the process, and he's constantly chatting to everyone about it, about what do you think about this? How are we going to get this guy? I know we spoke about the Jack Parra gag a lot of times on set and throughout the process and talking about it. Do you think you should be there? And I was like, I don't think I should be involved because I know him and he knows me, and there's a chance he might see us. So each gag has an immense amount of preparation. What I found fascinating was the chemistry and the homework that happens between Gray and Leon, and how much they think about how the gag is going to play out. I found that very interesting. They're so good at it, of knowing where it's going to go and how people are going to react. They've become students of the reactions of how people operate in those situations. They'll go, okay, we think this is going to happen, and they can hide over there, so we're going to put a camera over there, and they're probably going to do this. And without fail, it generally happened. These people responded in these situations. Oh, they're very interesting.